Good morning, Deborah. It's Gary here from Untitled Lexus Cairns. So what I would like to do for you today is a high definition virtual tour of our 2007 Mitsubishi Lancer ES Sports Sedan. Blue in colour, the one you're actually looking at and inquiring over the weekend. So what I would like to do, just make sure to tell you a little bit more about the dealership itself. So basically we have two pre-owned dealerships here in Far North Queensland. So the one I'm actually standing right now is actually in the city at 77 Melgrove Road. Basically, as I can show you, that's the city of Cairns. So it's a beautiful place, about 1.5 kilometres in the city. And we also actually have a secondary pre-owned vehicle dealership that's actually about 2 kilometres south of us on the left-hand side at 235 Melgrove Road. So next to that is our franchise dealership Toyota itself, New Cars and Lexus. Also service and parts department as well too. We actually own Coral Motors as our pre-owned reconditioning yard, so basically it does all our inspections on our second-hand vehicles. And also we actually own opposite lock. So I'm not going to get really bad into tell you a little bit more about. So basically let's just get straight into the vehicle itself. As I was saying to you again, I'll just make sure I point out if there's any bad perfections on the motor vehicle itself, any paints, dents or scratches, also any chips in the windscreen, and make sure if there is, take delivery of the vehicle, I'll do all those on delivery for you. So let's get straight down into the front bar. As you can see down, it's a nice blue in colour. It's got this set of fog lights on the front of it. Being the ES Sports, you'll have that little bit of a body kit to it as well too. As you can see, I'm going around that. There is one little marking down here that we can brush touch as well too for you. Just up onto the bonnet, just make sure there's no bad perfections on that side. That's pretty nice, looks really good, straight, tidy, clean, and got a lot of gloss in that paint. Just going up onto the glass itself, just make sure there's no chips in the windscreen. Fantastic, it looks pretty good. All right, so just making my way down onto the passenger side now. Just going to look at the paint just to make sure there's no ripples in the paint itself. Fantastic, that looks really good, Deborah. Sorry, Debbie. Fantastic, looks pretty good. It's nice, clean and tidy as well too. Okay, so looking back from the rear, down the edge of the paint, just make sure there's no ripples in the paint. Fantastic, looks good. Just before I go away, I'll just want to go up onto the roof, just to make sure there's no marking on the roof itself. Fantastic, Debbie, that's good. Okay, so just going to go into the passenger side door right now. Just going to look at the trim, how clean and tidy that trim is, how it's actually been looked after. Down on the kick panel as well, just make sure there is no markings on the kick panel. Up onto the dash, as you can see, it's been looked after. It's got a nice dash mat in it as well too. You can see that they've taken care of it, and it's actually got a set of floor mats as well too. All right, so just going into the back passenger door now. There is a bit of glare in that video. I'm going to try and get down a little bit more further. Up on the back of the seat. Fantastic, looks good. Okay, just before I go away from the body, just on the body kit on the side and around the wheel arch as well. Fantastic, looks good. Just to see how much tread on those tyres. You've actually got about probably 98% tread on those tyres. Just around the rims, looks nice. Just having a look at the back part now on the rims. Around the wheel arch, up onto the tyres. Get a closer view on those tyres, nice and tidy. Around the rim, just to make sure there's no gutter rash on the rims itself. Okay, so looking on the back rear bar now, just to make sure I can go down the rear bar. Make sure there is no bad perfections in the paint. Fantastic, looks good. Got your nice chrome tipping on the exhaust. And then you've actually got the reverse camera in the back of the boot as well too. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that boot up right now. I'm just going to look inside, how clean and tidy that's actually been kept. You've actually got a nice good floor mat in there as well, so you can see that they've looked after it really well. All right, fantastic. Okay, so looking down the driver's side now, just checking that. Looks pretty good, looks amazing, that paint. So the paint's in really good condition. All right, Debbie. So it looks really nice. It's been taken care of really well. Like I said, it is a one owner. Has got a full service history with it. So I'll go through that with you as well. Just going to look around the wheel arch. Again, on the front side, it's the driver's side, around the rims. Make sure there's no gutter rash on it. You've got plenty of tread on those tyres. Looking at the bottom skirt. And it is a little bit tight in here, but I'm just going to go around the wheel arch. You can see there's a little bit of gutter rash on those rims just here. All right. Open up the passenger side door on the driver's side, up through the back of the seating, just to see how clean and tidy that is. All right, just before I go into the vehicle now, just want to let you know that it has got 2 keys. Fantastic. Just before I get in there, I just want to check out the trim on the driver's side. Down on the kick panel, and then basically back up and through the dash. Okay. All right. We'll just step into the vehicle right now. Just about to turn the vehicle on. Just giving a look at the display. Close the door. As you can see on the odometer reading, 102,489 on the clock. All right. Just before I go away from the steering wheel, I just want to go around the steering wheel as well, just to make sure there's no bad perfections on that side. Fantastic, looks really good. You got your volume controls on the left hand side, you got your voice recognition, and you got your Bluetooth. And then on the right side of your steering wheel, you've got your cruise control as well too, so you can still access that as well. Fantastic. Just going to go around the top of the dash there. You can see, like I said to you before, it's always been looked after. Just by looking at the audio sound system, as you can see, I can turn that volume up. It's not, I'll tune into a station for you. All right. Okay, so just going to turn that reverse camera on, just to give you a look how good and clear that view is. Fantastic. Looking at the air conditioning unit, it's pretty simple, basic, so it's not too overly technology on that side. Underneath there as well too. And then basically having a look at the how clean that trim is around that little black plastic that it has. You've got your cup holders there that if you don't need them, you can close that up as well too. Alright, so just going to go over to the logbooks just to show you that it's been looked after really well. It's kept every service from 15,000, 100, and then it's got 29,000 Ks. Next one is 45, 59, 74. And then over that side as well too, it's got 89,000 and 102,000 is the last services done by us, by Coral Motors. Fantastic. It's got a great service history. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go straight into the engine bay right now. Just giving you a look at the door trim. I'm going to turn the vehicle off so it's not too noisy in the video. That's Marvin, one of our trainee salesperson. So we actually have about probably 9 other salesperson besides myself that actually works at the dealership as well too, as in the pre-owned section. So as you can see, engine bay looks really nice and clean and tidy. It's always been maintained and looked after really well. All right, fantastic. Thank you very much for watching that video. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to give me a call or send me an email. Thank you.